Off the Iceland coast, a lone lighthouse stands against a brutal winter sea. Inside, Solveig warms her hands by the stove, listening to the storm breathe. The window shivers in the gusts, and something about the wind feels wrong tonight. Moss lifts his head fast, ears sharp like he heard a cry. He sniffs the door seam and won't settle, warning her without words. Solveig rises slowly, reading her dog the way only years can teach, knots her scarf, pulls on her boots, and opens the door. The cold hits like a wall of needles. Moss leads over slick black rocks with the ocean roaring below. Solveig grips a rusted rail to steady herself, and then she sees it, a seal trapped in a ghost net, fighting the tide. She pauses only long enough to measure danger and the seconds she can't waste. She pulls out rope, checks the knots, tests her footing, and throws the loop between waves. The rope catches, and she pulls carefully, seeing panic in the seal's eye. A wave slams the rocks. Solveig braces and refuses to let go. She slices strand by strand, timing every cut to the sea's rhythm, until the last loop slips free and the seal finally breathes, deep and raw. Solveig backs away with open palms, then drapes a blanket over the shaking body and guides it toward calmer water. The storm won't wait, so Solveig turns toward shelter. Using the rope like a harness, she helps the exhausted seal toward the lighthouse door. Warm light spills out as it slides inside. She towels its neck, sets water and fish nearby, and keeps the room quiet. Moss lies down at a respectful distance, watchful. For a moment it seems over, until the seal's eye keeps snapping to the door, restless and urgent. Suddenly it bumps the door and calls, not in fear, but like it's trying to say something. Solveig understands. The rescue isn't finished yet. Back into the storm they go, following the seal's desperate lead, along jagged rocks. It stops, calls again, and turns toward a narrow rock shelf where waves snap at the edges. Solveig spots drag marks across wet stone. Something small was pulled away from safety. She ties the rope to her waist, crouches low, and steps onto the shelf as spray blinds her eyes. Over the surf, a thin, trembling cry cuts through. In a dark crevice, something moves, barely more than a shiver. Solveig reaches in and finds a seal pup freezing in shadow, trembling so hard it can't even cry properly anymore. She slides a towel beneath the pup and lifts like it's made of glass. A wave explodes. Solveig shields the pup with her body and coat. She wraps it tight, leaving only nose and whiskers to breathe, and returns step by step across slick rock with no room for mistakes. Back on safer ground, the mother seal calls, recognizing the bundle in her arms. Solveig heads for the lighthouse, and the mother follows, refusing to be left behind. Firelight meets them at the door, warmth pushing back the cold blue outside. Solveig lays the pup on straw near the stove and opens the towel just enough. She prepares gentle heat, controlled and safe, and builds a warm bottle nest beside the pup. The mother inches forward. Solveig steps back to give space. She offers fish to the mother for strength. The pup stirs, eyes opening wider, breath coming steadier. The mother nudges close, snuffling the pup like a prayer, whiskers brushing whiskers, tiny signs that life is returning. Time passes in the quiet. Fire crackles, wind softens,
towels drip into a bucket, and everyone rests. Morning arrives, cool and gentle, mixing with the stove's glow. Solveig prepares a small sled because the next step is going home. Outside, the storm has eased and the world feels possible again. She settles the pup into blankets and the mother refuses to look away. Together they move toward a sheltered cove, Solveig pulling, Moss guiding, mother following, until the waves grow quieter, like the sea finally exhaled. At the cove, Solveig places the pup on pebbles. The mother leans in instantly, nudging the pup toward the waterline, patient and close. The pup crawls awkwardly but determined, learning the world again. Watching from the rocks, relief written across her face. The mother slips into shallow water and calls softly back. The pup's flippers touch water, ripples spread like a new beginning. Side by side they paddle, clumsy at first, then steadier, until they drift farther out, becoming silhouettes in mist and distance. Solveig pours a warm drink, steam rising into cold air. Moss shakes off sea spray, as if shaking off the whole night. The shoreline is quiet now, and they turn back toward the lighthouse path across black rocks with the calmer ocean behind them. Inside, Solveig hangs wet towels to dry and folds the recovered net into a sack, one less trap for the sea. The lighthouse stands steady in finning clouds, guarding the coast again. At dusk, warm light glows through the window, peace returning slow and real. And on the shore, the waves roll in gently, as if nothing happened.